So, hi guys, welcome back to the Pop My Cherry podcast. Now, this episode is going to be a wee bit different. This is kind of like a bit of a crossover. So, this is technically when podcasting meets radio, we'll say. So, we've got the Q Radio breakfast team. Andrew, fucking smile.
Of course, what
I swear, I swear, I know, and he's going to come in hard here. I know, right? Like,
absolutely nothing wrong with me.
Are you sure?
I am in a positive.
It's maybe the perms throwing me off.
I'm in a positive, vibrant mood.
Okay. I'm not sure if... Right. Anyway, we'll get into that there. But we've got Andrew Ryan. Andrew's been on the podcast before, so this is his second appearance. Comedy World, you'll know him very well. And then we've got Connor Brennan, radio presenter, Amy McGuckin, radio presenter, and they make the Q Radio breakfast team. Guys, how are you?
Really good. Really excited to be on.
Yeah, Andrew, we'll just double check. Are you all good?
Fantastic.
You've let him on twice, so...
It's just, I know, but it's Andrew's one of these people. It's like nearly like, it's like a satire kind of, do you know what I mean?
Well, you think this is bad. You should see his face at
What's
6
it like
in the
working
morning.
with him at 6 in the morning too?
Good. It's good working with me, isn't it?
But today, what did he say today? I'm done with this now. I'm done with this. There's the odd, every few weeks, I'm done with this now. I'm too tired.
I'm quitting radio.
Yeah.
Really? But he just wants everybody. No, Andrew, like radio will never be the same.
I never said anything.
Amy and I, what did we say today?
We were like, right, bye.
Quit.
See ya.
Trust me, everybody's replaceable.
I know.
You never know what mood Andrew's going to be in first thing.
I am
It can be-
consistently in a normal mood.
What is normal mood? Like,
In fairness, that's what I do love. What you see is what you get. You are consistent. I will give you that. But I love it. Like, I've covered Q Radio sometimes, Sean. One of you maybe have been I think I've been on with everybody in
Yeah,
some way
yeah.
in Q Radio
You've
breakfast.
You've been on the breakfast show
a good few times. I'm like a cameo. I float in and I float out. But it's an early start, so not for me. But whenever I've done it with Andrew, he always paces the room. Does he do that with
he
you?
doesn't do that
Does he
when
not
he's
do that
with
anymore?
us. No.
So, but that's whenever he's thinking of good ideas.
Is that, do you make him feel uneasy then, Gerry?
I'm
Do you think?
very-
Oh, maybe it's that actually. Is it?
Possibly. I've never seen him pace the room.
Oh, really?
I paced the room when,
Yeah.
you know, in my own time. A lot of the time I sit on the chair and just wait to talk.
Pacing the room is a nervous thing though, because he done that a bit the first live and Unfiltered show,
Did
didn't
he?
he? Yeah.
Like we kept saying, "Oh, you feel nervous about it," because it was that night, and we obviously did the show on
the
Friday
Devonish,
morning.
yeah.
And you were pacing the room after, but you don't really like to say you're nervous, which is just the way you deal with it. Like, listen, that's fine, but we know because you're pacing the room, or
Yeah.
like he's looking into the corner and he's just sort of in his own world.
At one point at the Devonish, we were saying, thank goodness that Dave Elliott was there. Dave was our guest. It was somebody to talk to, just, you know, backstage and just have a laugh and have a chat. Andrew literally walked into the corner of the room and faced the corner of the room away from everybody about 20 seconds before we were due to go out on stage. And it's like...
And we were going, right, are you excited? Are you ready? We're fine. We can do this. You know, we're hyping each other up. But it was quite interesting.
Andrew, they're coming for you here, like.
No, like it's just...
Do you know what? That's how I do it. I've been doing it for 17 years, live performance. These guys have been doing it for a week. And you know, they think what I'm doing is weird. I think the fact that they're not focused on their job is weird. Whereas I go quiet, I get my thoughts, got to get my breathing right. So I go out there, and when I go out there, I hit all the beats and I do everything.
See, I'm the same as you.
Do you have a pre-show playlist, like to hype you up music?
I did. I was driving to the Devonish with full-on dance tunes on.
Dance tunes, yeah.
I was listening to Christy Moore.
Really?
That is a pump-up.
Andrew's is different. I DJ'd for Andrew at the Grand Opera House before his show. And it's funny because when we had Paddy McDonnell on during the week, and before his shows, he had Dave Ralston, and it was all like bits and pieces, Maniac, like it's darts crowd.
Right.
Andrew, it was strict instructions, basically handcrafted me a playlist.
Oh, right.
The 1975,
Okay.
like Vance Joy, what else was on there? It was like
Cure.
indie, The Cure.
Right.
I don't want them too happy, like.
No, but
Doesn't want them hyped up.
I actually don't want the crowd to be too happy
no. Why?
because I want to build them up rather than bring them down.
Oh, right. Right. So start the bar has to be really low.
Yeah, like
Right.
no, I want the
No, that way. Sorry, no, don't
like I want them like to be. I want them just to sit in the seat and listen, and then I kind of get them going.
Right, no, I
Whereas
get
if
you.
they're too high, they're going to dip at some point.
Right.
And I don't want them to dip in the show. I want them to come up.
You see, no, I'm more well, everybody's different, you know, but I love more like a rowdy crowd. I done an event recently and actually shown in West Belfast. Women in West Belfast are fucking mental. And Sinead Hegarty was there doing like a motivational speech, but there was like a heckler in the crowd, like she was rode off. So say Sinead would be making a point like, and this is how we get independence and you know your worth. And then there'd be this girl from West Belfast, that's fucking right. Like just constantly shouting over. And I was just like, oh my God, this crowd is mental. But I love that because then I can turn around, fuck up.
Yeah, if
I
it's
like a better rough. I like a better rough.
You think the motivational...
Not the West Belfast people are rough.
Yeah, be careful there.
I was going to say Gerry.
Yeah,
no, but a bit
sorry,
of crack,
Sean.
like a bit of personality, like a bit of something about the crowd. I get that.
Yeah, but they're harder to like a rowdy crowd's harder to control. Do you not find?
Yes and no. I think.
But then you've more to bounce off.
From my experience, I think groups of lads are a bit easier.
Right.
Like sometimes if you're getting a group of women that are like rowdy and you're like trying to put them down, they turn around and go, Sharon's had a really tough time lately, would you just leave her alone? Whereas like if it's a bunch of lads, you can be like, all right now, babe, you know, chill out. But like luckily, like it's kind of, it doesn't happen as much as people think. You only hear about the bad stuff, but like majority of stuff, it doesn't really happen.
No.
You know? Like our crowd at the live show were pretty...
Oh my God, the crowd was amazing.
But like in a good level.
At a good level. But not, I didn't go over you. They respected.
Everything that day was perfect though.
Yeah.
Sun was splitting the trees, there was DJ on, Errol was out DJing, everybody was in the beer garden before, and they just came in such good form, ready for it. They made it so much easy for us because you're not winning anybody over.
No.
You know what I mean?
If you don't know what it is, basically the three of us obviously do a radio breakfast show and we decided to do like a live version
Which
of that
I think
show.
so cool because I don't think anybody in radio's ever like kind of...
Nobody knows.
think
Well,
so.
Maybe like Radio 1.
I don't think so. Like, radio,
I'm
some
sure
radio presenters
They do like
have.
Radio 1 Big Weekend and all.
Q Radio Big Weekend.
That's like a full festival.
literally starts at 12, finishes at 1.
Yeah.
Some radio presenters have side like yourself, and podcasts and stuff like that. But we don't know of any. That's the breakfast show, the full product, but live and unfiltered. We might be wrong, but
It was
I
like
can't think of any.
trendy. It was quite trendy, I've used to do.
I
It's
thought
sort of like a live pod, but a radio show vibe to it. Like that's sort of a good
You
way to
still
put
kept
it.
like certain parts of the show. Obviously, people that listen to the breakfast show every morning, like there was obviously still them certain segments.
There's little elements,
but they were done, which was cool. They were done, and we'll maybe do a few on here. But they were done like in a way that you couldn't do on radio.
They were a bit
and this
spicier.
is the thing, because with radio, obviously, with like Ofcom and like it is. You just can't say certain things, which I really struggled with at the start because obviously I'm effing and blind in here and there and everywhere. So that took me a while to get used to. So how did you find then, if you're coming so much from the radio world, to then go into like, oh, wait a minute, it's hell for leather. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's hard to go the other way.
So
like I find it hard because I'm so used. I don't even try like not to say anything. It just sort of, you just go into that mode. And I find it hard to switch out of it. Like that'll just take a little bit of time.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so. I think you get a microphone in front of you and you're still sort of in performance mode. But I don't know. It's not like our show on the radio isn't the safest. Really,
No.
you know,
It pushes boundaries.
It does push.
Yeah.
You do push the boat a wee bit,
especially with him. You know, we definitely push it. So I think it was like I'm going to be fun. I don't know. I'm not even
true,
like,
Why am I a bad guy here?
No, it's not
Sorry,
bad.
actually,
It's
no,
good. No, it's good.
sorry.
Like it's a good
I'm only
thing because
joking,
you're
I'm
there to
sorry.
be funny, and obviously when you're going to be a comedian, there's going to be bits that push just slightly on what you're
Yeah.
allowed to
Yeah.
say.
I've always said comedians can get away with more than certain, like, influencer world. It's kind of pageantry. Comedians, anything nearly goes, I think.
don't have to
I
be
called
sneaky.
Jane Veach, the newsreader, a skank.
Yes.
On radio, but live, but my interpretation of a skank was someone who doesn't wash.
Oh, right.
Which also wasn't.
which also isn't nice.
No, that's not what I know of it. A skank's like...
But she totally got the joke. Like it was the context of it wasn't being mean to her. We were like doing it back and forth, and it was all fine. But then afterwards, Connor was like, "You cannot say that." And I went, "Skank just means someone that like has a shower." Like
You've said worse. Like do you remember the time I accidentally called her a prostitute?
Yeah, he goes, oh look, there's Jane Veach just arrived. There's the lady of the night.
Lady of the night.
I didn't know what that. I didn't know what that meant.
Oh, did you not?
No.
Yeah.
So it was like in the winter. So when you're coming in there, at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, it's pitch black.
And she was wearing a big long trench
Jane
coat.
came in, trench coat, hood up, darkness. The lights weren't on in the
loads
building.
of cash.
And I went, "There's Jane Veach, lady of the night."
Well, some would say Jane maybe is the lady of the night.
No.
No.
She's a very respectable, lovely newsreader.
No, not in that way, but she's Cosmo.
Oh yeah,
I know. I was just listening.
She's great crack. Like.
Jane's brilliant.
Very Sex and the City.
Yeah.
So
do you know
Sex
what I
and
mean?
the City, yes.
Always coming in flustered, with the hair. Like, oh.
You don't
do the news.
She's a mix between Carrie and what do you call
Samantha.
it? Samantha. Yeah.
You don't know if she slept in her own bed or slept in the field.
Yes, very that.
She's a lot of fun,
but it's all very chic.
She's our dark horse, isn't she, Jane?
Yeah, she's exactly our type of person.
Very witty, very funny. But so how do you all find them working together in a breakfast dynamic? So you're not a fan of the early starts, Andrew?
No, I don't think any of us are.
No.
Are we?
It's
in the summer, it's fine. In the summer,
reason, I imagine Connor being very much into like the early starts. He's like standing in the grass in his bare feet doing some grounding work, and
maybe
before he even gets into the radio.
I don't know about grounding, but what I like about it is, especially now in the summertime, if you finish at 10 o'clock, maybe you've got a bit of a meeting or something like that, and then you're done, and that's it. Then the day is yours. So you have your full day, and obviously I have kids and stuff too, so it gives you more time to go off and do your full day. Although all your mates are working, so you can feel like a bit of a loner.
Right. But
you know what I mean?
I remember doing it for a full week, and I remember coming the Friday, I was like, not a fucking chance.
Nah.
Like honestly, no way. Like,
if you were offered
you
the
get
breakfast
used to
show,
it,
if you were to replace me, would you take it?
Genuinely,
why not?
It does drain you. It does.
It's just
you
too
think,
much.
Yeah, you think you've all day, but you are exhausted. I know, and people give off.
It's 4 hours as well. It's the longest show on the station. But I don't do Fridays, so I can't really complain. Like the winter is hard, the summer is fine. Don't get me wrong, it's a great job to have, but also there is times, when we come in, say, like in February or November, and you can just feel everyone's just like...
I then went through it.
I couldn't imagine doing any other slot though. I just like it because it's more chatty and it's I just like the way it is, and I like being with other people and bouncing off. So I don't know. I do like the dynamic.
Yeah, but I think that's what I was going to say. I think you're great. Do you listen to Q Radio?
Yeah.
Do you?
I have to say that now. I don't.
Hold on, wait a minute. Blank twice. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you listen to Kill FM? Don't you?
No, my favorite station is BBC Radio 1, and always
that's
has
okay.
been. Like,
That's
I like
fair
Radio
enough.
1 too.
Radio 1's
But-
yeah.
like locally, Q Radio.
Yeah, but you done Radio Fulcha.
Yeah. Shit.
Was it?
Yeah. No. I'm saying shit because like
You were good? You should have said them first.
Yeah.
What show were you doing?
So I used to do 2 shows. I done a like top 40 countdown on a Friday afternoon, and then I used to do a rock show on a Tuesday night. So yeah, that's more
Jesus.
Would that be you, like rock music?
Yeah, that's more
pretty good.
indie and
Sean's indie kind of Snow Patrol, but also could go AC/DC.
Yes, that's exactly me.
But AC/DC is a feeling more than like. Like
It's
if
a
he's in a
vibe.
bad mood, it's like definitely AC/DC.
What do you mean it's a feeling? Like you put it on when you're thrashing it out?
I don't think he's a rocker, but I think he'd have occasional rockouts if he's.
Is AC/DC good mood music or bad mood music?
that's extremely good mood music.
Oh really? I thought bad.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
No.
Sean's. I know Sean. Sean has a past.
Really? So Paddy said this as well. So right, tell me more.
You tell him.
I can't.
Really?
tell. I
The
can't
mystery
tell.
of Sean on this podcast is brilliant.
I know, and we really have stretched it out a bit, Sean.
No, keep it. I love it. I think it's great.
All
Has
I'm
anybody
saying,
seen
the truth will
Sean's
come out of
face?
the wash.
Has he been on camera on this
No,
pod?
never. Nobody's seen him. Well, people have figured him out.
You're like the Stig of podcasts.
Oh my
man.
god,
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly what you are.
I should actually wear like a helmet.
yeah,
If I do come on.
yeah.
Like
what?
a
Producer
Daft
Sean.
Monk. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Like like Dead Mouse's helmet.
Yes. Oh, why? Or
love
what's that singer? Sia. Chandelier.
Oh my god, yes.
Big Friends. That actually was
Well, you're nearly there.
I'm nearly there.
You're
I
nearly
just need to
there.
grow it out of it.
Right. Well, speaking of fringes, let's talk about perms. So, what made you do it?
Okay.
Look, we're just going to go straight on with it.
We'll have to.
I love it.
Do you
I'm
like
going to
it?
say I love it. Genuinely.
I can imagine you with a perm, Jerry.
I would actually
You know
maybe like to
what?
get a perm, but I'd be scared. Is it not? It can be damaging to the hair, though. No, or is it not?
He didn't ask that question.
I didn't ask any questions.
I'd say it wouldn't be great because it is harsh chemicals.
The chemicals to keep the curl. Yeah.
But I could imagine you with it. I actually
Yeah.
could.
I'm not doing it again. It's
So is
going
this
to be
just
gone in
one-off?
about 5 weeks.
Right, and then I remember, so I was chatting to your Julie whenever you were doing a live show, and she told me about the you didn't know about with a perm that you're not allowed to wash.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to wash your hair after a perm.
Have you never seen
What's the
Legally
first thing
Blonde?
Andrew did? Exactly,
Washed it.
washed his hair.
I met him
not
the
washing
morning.
your
You're lucky, like that still turned out all right.
I
Because
know.
that's detrimental to a perm.
I met him the morning after in the car park. And I get out of the car, he had a face like thunder, and the perm now looks great, right? It didn't then.
No, that morning, the next day.
It was wet, it was tight, you could see more scalp than hair.
Ox top at
No, but it was because he was just out of the shower.
Can I just say, I'm being portrayed here, Sean, and you'll back me up, as a narky, cranky man.
There are times.
In the car park, on the radio. Sean, we've worked together. What am I like?
He is such a pleasant person.
No, he is though. No, he really is.
This is a disgrace.
He really is.
I know Andrew a long time, and the question I just had was like, what was going through your head?
Or the perm.
No, it is as well. It's because Andrew is so like particular about his hair too.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what?
Particular about everything.
A very conservative attitude.
I have a very conservative attitude to certain things.
It was a bit wild.
So it was like a real big decision. I was just like, whoa.
Do you know what it was? Do you know what it was? Ultimately, do you know what it was? And I don't mind sharing this with you. I'll tell you what it was. I was feeling very content in my life and very comfortable with myself. And I had gotten a tattoo, which I'd always wanted a tattoo. And I was growing my hair a bit, and we brought it up on the radio one day as a bit of a messing around. And Chantel, who works Crossway, who does Amy's hair sometimes, she came over with a curler on the show and just curled me and Connor's hair.
It was like big barrel curls, and both of their hair look great, actually.
And we both looked at each other and we were like, I actually quite like mine, and Connor liked his. And we were like, and it makes your face look a bit thinner. So I went.
Makes your hair look like you've so much more
hair than you actually have.
So I went home anyway, and obviously it washes out straight away. It's only done by a curler machine. So I said it to Julie, what you think? And she was like, yeah, it looks bad. So then I Googled it. And I thought, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
And I Googled it, and I read all the stuff that said, midlife crisis, problems at home, all this sort of stuff. And I went, I don't really care.
No.
And you know what? I kind of spoke to someone that said I needed to grow it a bit longer. And I just went, you know what? For a bit of crack, why not?
Why not?
So I just did it.
Yes, I know. I'm proud he's actually gone through it.
I know.
Yeah, and the reviews have been mixed.
Yeah, very mixed, like to the point where some of them have been horrendously abusive.
Well, because at the live show, Dave Elliott, what did he had like
the photos were amazing.
Like nearly like a PowerPoint presentation of people Andrew now looks like
Fred West, the serial killer, Queen Victoria,
Queen
vote for Pedro,
Queen
Elizabeth.
Well, I had to Google it. I think it was Queen Elizabeth the First.
Do you know what the wee
So it's like really regal, and the big hair and
the big like neck thing, whatever that.
And then, well, of course, who do you think of?
Hey.
Well, like, everybody's favourite orphan.
Oh,
Annie. Yes.
Sorry,
that's sort of...
Who's got a favourite orphan?
Oh, she's not real.
Well, her and Tracy Baker. Yes, there's
Tracy
a few.
Baker,
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. There's
Will Ferrell.
My dad.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, but it's fine. Like, I mean,
Ferrell's not an orphan.
Can I just say, like, I was out with some people yesterday that I'd never met before.
Right.
So they wouldn't have known that this was a perm. And like no one mentioned anything.
No.
And do you know what? It was refreshing.
Yes.
It was refreshing to not have it brought up in conversation. I have it. It is what it is. It's there for a while. It's my body, my choice.
Stop away.
Don't take us the wrong way, but you look like.
Don't you dare lick
He's
your head
getting
in women's
all
rights.
teary. Oh my God.
Right on.
Don't take us the wrong way, Andrew, but you look like a comedian. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah, it looks like a comedian. No, I don't mean it like that. I just
There's that wee
you look
quirk.
like you'd be on Mock the Week.
Well, he teased the other day in the
Yeah.
review that he was thinking about going off to clown school. I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
We never actually talked about it.
Do you remember the guy with is he a comedian? Remember the IT crowd on Channel 4?
Oh,
Who's that?
With the glasses.
Oh, Richard Iowa.
I do, yeah. Yeah, he's like a comedic actor or presenter, yeah.
But you do need to have that wee thing.
You do, yeah.
There's a clown school in Paris, a 6-week course.
Really?
You can go, it's clowning now. It's not clowning as in like big red nose. It's about using silence. It's about using physicality. It's about movement.
Oh.
And it's about getting comedy out of movement. So I went to see this guy who did the course up in Edinburgh one year. And his whole show for 45 minutes was he just ran up and down the room, the stage, just ran over the stage, ran back.
Was he not speaking or not?
Never spoke for a whole hour. And every time someone would laugh, he'd stop and he'd look at the crowd, he'd laugh more. And he did it for a whole hour, and it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen.
Really?
And he never
Wow.
spoke. And it was so fun. And there was another couple of guys that did it, and they got 2 deck chairs, and they dressed up in gorilla outfits, and their whole show was they sat in the gorilla and just rocked in the deck chair, and people were just falling all over it. And clowning is the art of physicality,
right.
And the comedy of movement and visual and facial and like timing and so and it keeps the audience engaged. It's not like a clown at a kids party. So I've always been interested in the movement and how people can kind of like use their. Sometimes when I'm on stage, I like use my face like to respond to stuff and so I've always been interested. It's a 6-week course. The guy who ran it doesn't do it anymore. It's like a franchise now, But you go to Paris for 6 weeks, you just learn the art of movement and stuff, But it's something I'd be interested in.
It's like a new era of Andrew. Yeah, it's like the artistic era.
Oh my word,
just to double. What's this got to do with the perm?
He's got good at segueing away from the perm.
Is that what we're trying to? Oh, is that what that was? Maybe, Oh, very good. Well done, Andrew. Well done. So obviously, we talked on this before, Andrew, whenever you were on. So obviously, like comedy, and then we talked about you moving into the radio. So how have you found having Andrew?
Oh, do you know what? Genuinely, like it.
In a serious note,
this is the most I've ever enjoyed. Radio. Like
Well, you don't show it.
Excuse me. I'm the happy one. No, it is. It's great. Listen, I can't imagine going back. One day if I go back to do a show on my own. I think you touched on it earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. Really? I actually don't know what I would do. Like it's almost like a semi-podcast type of show. It's quite chatty. There's loads of listener interaction every day, and they're sending in voice notes and phone calls and stuff like that. And it's at the start it forced me to get out of my shell. Like I had to.
Yeah, because
his first week. Remember his first week? There's a button on the desk called Next, right?
Right, yeah. All right. I am aware. I work there as well.
Well, I'm going to try to explain it for the viewers and listeners. There's a button called Next, right? And Next is...
Go on, tell us what the next one does.
Takes you to the next part.
So what next is you start a song or you go into an advert or whatever, right? Whatever it is. And when Connor started, we would do a link. And, a link could be a minute, 50 seconds, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, whatever. And his fingers just constantly hovering over the
worrying
word next.
about what was going to come out.
And he's like, he's trying to, like, as soon as we start talking, you could see him. And me and Amy were quite used to, like, so I was in whatever place yesterday. And do you know what happened in the car park? Whatever, something, trivial thing, what happened. And we were going, like, back and forth. And, like, he, you can see him going, okay, well, and I'm like, I'm building up to like something like, well, next time we see him, just bloody drive your fucking car into them, I'm trying to build this up, and I think Connor took a while to learn that.
But it came from a show that was very tight, music based, very slick, all that sort of stuff, and what I thought, like, obviously there are shows like that, and that is part of it, that is part of radio, but going from that on to something like a breakfast show, I had to really hit the reset button and start again and learn to just relax, let it go, and then still manage to, because I'm there in the middle and I am kind of driving the show and stuff, so still making it sound, slick and stuff, but allowing him to go, allowing Amy to go, and allowing just to let it breathe. I mean, the difference of our show now compared to what it was a year and a half ago.
You just get used to each other. Like, it's weird. Like, I do notice, like, whenever we're obviously talking, we sort of look at each other and we, like, know just when the other person's going to speak. It's just up to that point. You don't even need to say. But my whole time in radio is near enough being with Andrew.
Really? So did you start kind of around the same time?
You started a few weeks after me, basically.
So, like, I've only ever known Amy's the most consistent person I've worked with.
Really?
Yeah,
and Connor. The three of us. I'm in my third year now. You're in your third year now, aren't you? So, like, Connor, you've been in Q, 5, 6 years?
I think we all arrived around the same time, didn't we?
We were a little bit faster.
There was a massive, what you call it, when a football team is building a new squad. Massive clear-out.
Rebuilding.
It was a rebuilding of the station. Remember, they got loads of new people in.
Yeah, so they started to bring people from the social media world, which was very unheard of.
There's only two. There's only two from the social media world, isn't there? Three.
Well, there's a
Connor, you and Grania.
The three, yeah.
So like,
I was the
12 presenters.
Also, you were a bit different.
Yeah. You were a bit different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'd done quite a lot of radio before.
You did.
And then Amy was brand new.
Yeah, I was just brand new and thrust onto the breakfast show, which was my dream show, which was fantastic. So
just literally straight in.
It was the right place, right time.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you ever cut yourselves off? Like, so say if you like are building up to that punchline, and then somebody thinks it's happened But then somebody hits the next.
It's Connor. Connor is the only person that has
hit the next
next
button?
It doesn't really happen now.
No,
very rarely now. Sometimes he doesn't know when to fuck up. So like, there's sometimes that I have to. But what we learned over time is I would have went out of things into like, this is getting really radio geeky now, into like power intros and they're like sharper slick outs and stuff like that, and there's lasers going and all. Where now we've cut all that sort of stuff back. So if I know, right, okay, this conversation's dead, or it's time to move this on, or we're tight for news or whatever, typically you'll hear us. I'll have a song lined up that there's maybe 8 or 9 seconds of an intro. Yeah. So I can hit that. He knows then he's got 8 or 9 seconds. He can see it on his screen, and that allows him to wrap it up or whatever. So not so much. Every now and again, but not really. We are pretty much in sync.
I'll be honest. I think Amy, like when the three of us, I must admit, like I think
he's
I can't think of any time in the last year and a half where we've like me and Amy have never fallen out. Like I know, like I can piss. I know I can be. Like, I am aware that, like, you know, I suppose I probably get away with a bit of murder in there sometimes, but, like, but I don't. I think there's only been maybe 2 or 3 times where I've proper pissed Connor off. Yeah. Like, properly
pissed him off. No, but they're like brothers, because I remember
yes.
once I thought they were really annoyed at each other, and it really panicked me, because I was like, oh my God, they're actually annoyed at each other here.
My dad texts me. My dad texts me, middle of the link, calm down.
Yeah. Really
because I do think you get very worked up. You're like, we Connor.
He does, yeah. And they were like properly screaming, and I was going, right, that's enough. No, the near enough were. And I was like, that's enough. And then when they come off air, they were sort of like, oh, you know, like brotherly, like,
yeah. We had listeners texting and everything, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
stop it.
But that's, you know what, that's the shit. It's we don't script anything.
No,
you know, it's like sitting down doing this podcast today. We'll maybe have 1 or 2 things that we know we're going to talk about on the show, and then it just goes. But like, when Andrew says about pissing you off, I mean, you know, you're working that closely with somebody
every day.
It
is hard.
First thing in the morning, and everybody's got stuff on the outside and stuff. But it's never really. It's like by the end of the song or 5 minutes, it's not like pissed off as in I don't want to work with you anymore.
Oh, God,
it's pissed off as in you fucking do my head in.
Yeah.
And then 2 seconds later,
but everybody gets that.
We're away again.
Yeah,
like you would with your brother or sister.
It's like they're able to say, "Oh, fucking shut up," and then it's fine.
But I would rather that though than that like awkwardy kind of energy where you can tell somebody's off with you and then you just know they're going to go.
You don't want to be working when anyone's sneaky or anything like that.
No. We don't like the passive aggressive vibes. We like to hear what's going on. Yeah.
But you are a great team.
I know. Like I think we've all got our roles. That's the key thing, right? Yeah. Like my biggest nightmare is running the desk.
Your nightmare? Yeah.
Like I cannot do that. Like I can do the basics.
Yeah.
And I can cover an hour, no problem, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if it said to me, right, Andrew, you're going to have your own show now for 4 hours, I'm like, goodbye.
No. It takes you out of what you.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about the desk rather than thinking about talking.
Yeah.
So Connor's strength is leading.
Yeah, meanwhile you're so technical. You're like nearly like radio geeky.
Oh yeah.
Not in a good way, not in a bad way.
I firmly believe though, I think with enough time you can do it. The hardest thing for somebody like Andrew to do at the start, but within time he would get there with it. And you'll find this yourself doing your own shows. So you kind of started as a contributor and then you start doing your own shows and stuff. It's been able to think and speak freely, as well as managing the desk and looking what's coming next. But see, after a while, see the desk and the buttons and the mics and all the other stuff. It's background. It's like driving a car.
Yeah,
you don't even think about it.
I'm not there yet. No,
how are you finding it though? Because your show is sounding amazing.
No, do you know what? I'm loving it. So it is fun. But I remember one time. You whenever Get Back announced the song. Did I ever tell you, Sean?
No.
And I don't know what was in my brain, but I turned around and this is nearly like. It was bad. Like I turn around, like I'm on Q Radio, and I turn around and goes, "That was Jason Derulo on Cool F." No! I literally screamed, and I went, and I went mic down, and like panic, like
oh no!
Hang on a second. Why was Cool FM in your head?
I don't know.
You must have been doing Cool FM demos, were you?
I love Rebecca McKinney.
Contract offer on the
You know what? No, it's one of those like don't set. As long as they don't say Cool FM, and then that's what you said.
We had a woman today, and she goes, she won tickets to something, and she said she won tickets to a concert. She goes, I actually won it on a rival radio station. I went, don't worry about it, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was just like, it's okay. Like, you know
that took me a minute.
You know what I mean? I remember Gerry came on to the breakfast show the first time, and he came in. I went, right, Gerry, you go on the desk.
Yeah,
straight away we just went, go on the desk, and I'll never forget. Gerry had his earphones on, and he was like, and that is Kylie Minogue, and you were like,
I just can't get into it. Like,
you will.
I drive an automatic car. Do you know what I mean? I'm little Miss Mercedes-Benz. I'm not doing all that handwork. Because I'm limited with my hand movements. I don't want to need to learn all the buttons. I'm all good.
Is there something in that?
What do you mean?
I don't think he realised what he did.
Did you know the hand gestures he just did?
Yes, that was an innuendo. That's a hand job, yeah. Oh, right, okay.
I'm too innocent, Gerry.
Oh, right, okay. That's true. Blue-eyed boy. But, right, so then you've got the radio, but then now moving into this, like with the live events. So anybody wanting to go, so you done the Devonish, the choice of venue, to say the least.
Yeah, it was a good venue.
But they were known for, what was the show they done again?
Pleasure Boys.
Pleasure Boys. You did have the Pleasure Boy. Abe was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the women love Abe, don't they?
Oh, they do.
He's a handsome man.
And
he is handsome. He is.
We had him set up a cracker. He didn't know about it, but when he was coming on, we introduced him, and on he comes, and we played Pony.
Yes, very Abe.
And the place just went absolutely crazy.
He smelled good as well.
Yeah. Did he smell?
I thought you were
really.
Everyone went nuts.
He's a sexy man.
He's a sexy man.
Really is,
but he's lovely though.
He's dead on. He's great, and it was great to have him part of the show. It really was. It's a good kind of cross promote as well.
Yeah. Oh God,
stuff. But it was great. I mean, the Devonish was brilliant. But we knew by doing the Devonish for the first one, it was a big venue. We knew that it would be, our crowd of people. We knew it would be party atmosphere. Yeah. We obviously got very lucky with the weather. You can't really count on that. But people came from all over. Like it wasn't like a West Belfast. There were some people from West Belfast.
In the beer garden, they were all like, "Fuck me, they're doing a show in Newry," and I came the whole way here. I had to get the train. I was like,
there was people from Fermanagh,
there were people from Derry there as well.
From Derry. So, but it was great. It was such a good atmosphere, wasn't it?
It's like you're just trying it. Like we didn't know how well it was going to work because it's not like a live podcast; it's a radio show live. So we don't know is it going to translate. And I think it worked and it got a good. Now there's obviously things we'll change as we go along as you learn.
I thought genuinely constructively, I thought it was unbelievable.
Oh, thank you.
And I was going in very observant to really watch it. I was kind of
how is this going to work?
I was curious to think how can a live radio breakfast show, which is so radio friendly, go into something which is a completely different entity.
Because I was quite comfortable there once I had the reins off and I could do my own thing. And then when I told kind of a longer story in the first section and to get to see the audience would listen, I've told a story about my brother on a bike, and the thing kind of went really quiet. And then the second half, I went up and just did a bit of crowd work for 5-10 minutes, did a bit of stand up or just where are you from and all that kind of stuff. And I think the audience, trust us.
And they had a bit. They had a bit of everything. And I mean, listen, the people that are coming to the shows, they're fans of the breakfast show. They listen to it every morning, so they're coming, with the expectation that they're just. It's almost like they're happy to be there and to be involved. And we've managed to work it in a way where we've interactive bits. People can interact, and we've roaming mics and all of that sort of stuff. And then you were surprised tonight.
Gerry had a really unbelievable story that people keep talking about.
I don't even know if we
every day we're getting messages
really
about this.
Oh my God,
every day.
Terrible.
Do you know what I did? I did the live show and I went home and I said to Julie, goes, well, watch, Gerry was great, wasn't he?
Literally everybody said that you were. Everyone thought Gerry was planted in the crowd with.
And you weren't.
No, it wasn't. No, that was actually.
I didn't know you were there.
I just said, is Gerry Lav's here? I went for. I'd say, Gerry's here, is he?
Oh, but me and Andrew, we're two stars. Like we know the crack. I was like Serena and Venus. I'm like, I'm over here with my tennis bat. I'm ready, bitch. Fire the mic over.
No, it was great.
Are you allowed to tell the story?
We'll tell it.
Have you told it on this podcast before?
No, I've never told it ever. Genuinely, so Sean, I'll just tell it because I think Sean needs to hear it and we'll keep it in, but I don't think it's going to be a clip.
Context of Amy's answers was what?
So basically the Amy's answers, which is like my wee dilemma that I do, was basically like a girl went in a hen do. It was like the Devonish sort of thing, Pleasure Boy. She was up on stage, they were doing sex positions, all the girls were going nuts. She came back and her fiance was like, that's not fair because on my stag you were like, strip clubs are off limits. Is that? And then it was like, is that double standards or is it not? So then I was like, right, what does everyone think? People were saying what they thought. The guy said what they thought. And then we went to Gerry for his opinion. And then you were like, someone else had already told a funny story about strippers. And you were like, right, I've got one.
So that's just kind of, and also just as for context, I did have 2 Copperberg, right? So like I was feeling
Beltway.
Yeah, and I was having good chats with Julie. So I was like, right, I'm feeling sociable. So then the mic came over and it was like, so I shared the story. Likely it came out of my mouth before I could even process it. But the way it came out was really funny. So long story short, I went on my first lads holiday whenever I was 18. We went to Santa Ponsa, right? And if you've been to Santa Ponsa, there's a strip club. And the part I didn't say, I forgot to mention this. So face like Mr. Potato Man, but like an unbelievable body, right? Boob job, you know, the full works, like proper stripper vibes. And I was very much gay, but in the closet. So you for the €60, you got a free drink and you got a private dance. So we walked down. The club's absolutely empty, and I drank the drink, and then it was like, right, you went in this wee cubicle, and it was like the size of like a River Island changing room. It was tiny, so I'm sitting there like nearly like in a confessions box, and the strippers doing all these moves and dancing and whatever, and I thought, right, I can sit, because I thought if I don't go in, I'm gonna look gay. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, like no bar, like I'll take a private dance, like right, you know. So the friend went to the other booth, I went into this one, and then so I thought it would just be a dance, like a private dance. I've never been in a strip club in my life. I was 18. And then she literally like does this like ninja jump on top of me, and then she pulls her pants down. I can remember she had these, this is when you know you're gay. I remember she had these really long acrylic nails, right? Oh my God. Do you know, like the really long ones, like nearly like you get the vibe, very
like,
Cardi B.
Where'd you get them done?
And she done like, you know, like the wee spread thing the girls do.
Oh Jesus!
And I was like, oh, like that's really pink.
Oh my God!
And could see basically everything. She's doing this dance, and then she squats over me, and I like it was all I could see was this vagina was coming right down into my face, and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what am I meant to do here? What am I meant to do? So elected. And I didn't tell this part, right?
Oh, there's more.
No, she turns around and she goes, oh, extra long tongue.
Oh my God, Gerry laughs.
So I must have really went for it. Like, you know, like a patty faloo, you're trying to get the bit of yogurt. You know, like the bit of the patty faloo, but you can't get with the spoon. You're like, fuck it.
and then
so I told this to the whole Devonish.
And then your punchline at the end.
Oh yes, and I've never had a ham sandwich again. So it was all very fun, but this is the thing. The show was very like literally, it's unfiltered.
Yeah,
no, it was great. Like I mean,
great.
the punchline, the place
so
just erupted. There was nothing we could have said on stage that night was going to top that. Like,
that was so good, so good.
Okay, so just a quick shout out to our sponsor for this episode. It is Millie's in Dunmurry. Now, look, if you know me, I had karaoke in Millie's. If you were at it, you know it was a gig. It is such a gorgeous bar and restaurant. Just a wee bit on the slipway outside the city centre in the gorgeous Dunmurry. Are you a fan of Dunmurry?
I am a fan.
I love Dunmurry. I always say if I had to move up around Belfast, Dunmurry or Finicky, that's where I'd want to live.
That's a great spot.
Everybody says Hollywood. Fuck off. No.
It's all about Dunmurry. No, it's funny.
Where? Or Andytown, I loved it.
People from Twinbrook or Poglass, like they go, when they say, where are you from? They go, Dunmurry. And you're like, no, you're not.
No, you're not. It is a cosy yet stylish modern gastropub. Have you ever heard of that word before? What's a gastropub?
I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds bougie. It's the kind of place where locals gather, whether for a quick pint, Sunday lunch, or midweek dinner with a family. A true community spot that welcomes all. Regulars know each other, staff know your name, and new faces always feel welcome. It offers a relaxed but high quality dining experience, great for families, dates, or solo pints, and some people watching. People watching in Dunmurray?
I don't know what people you
know what? That sounds like a vibe to me. I love people watching. But look, Millie's has the best pub grub, and it has so many events going on in it as well. It's all about the tribute nights. They've got the Amy Winehouse tribute night on the 4th of July. They've got Celine Dion is going to be there. Yeah. Celine Dion was meant to be doing the Eurovision, but she's not doing it, but she's doing Millie's in Dunmurray. And that's on the 1st of August. Not only that, Sean, are you ready? Guess who else is going to be in Millie's?
You and me.
Well, we will be there for this. Madonna.
Fuck off.
Madonna live in the flesh at Millie's. It's going to... Yep.
Amazing.
And then Pink. Now, I don't know how the Pink thing's going to work for the tribute act. Is she going to be doing the carnival shit?
Yeah, is there going to be ropes on the...
Yeah.
We need to go and see.
Is Millie's going to be getting, what is that, like a harness? Yeah. She's going to be flying about, like, doing a fucking
Coming
orders.
in from the ceiling.
Who ordered a chicken stack? Pink's coming flying, doing a somersault, lands it on your table.
Fuck, take away, she stopped flipping about there.
Stellar twat, table 1. And, of course, Millie's has kindly gave us a discount code, which you guys can use. The code is popmycherry, and that gets you by... Oh! I swear, loving all these now. You see the hospitality codes and what they get you.
The guys are
Last week we had the Balmoral with the 50%.
price.
The half price. Now we have, for any Millie's live events, any of them, if you want to see Madonna, you can get buy one, get one free.
Buy one Madonna, get one Madonna free.
Buy one Madonna ticket, you're getting one free. So you and your bestie are going to see Madonna live in Millie's and Dunmurray. And like, honestly, the price of concert tickets these days.
Yeah, sure. Who'd be going to Vadal?
What?
Who would be going to Vadal?
Exactly. Aye. So this is the thing. Like, buy one, get one free. Madonna, Pink, Celine fucking Dion. And we all thought her career had stopped. No, she's back singing, and she's singing in Millie's, and you can get a ticket. You can get a ticket for you and your friend. So the code is popmycherry, so make sure to use that at their website. I'll leave it all below. But look, guys, Millie's is where it's all at. We're going to leave a link in the description section. That is going to let you see all the different events that are going to be happening over the summer. I do love a good tribute night. And who knows, Gerry could be making a comeback. That night was a gig. So if you want a good laugh, good vibes, good atmosphere, all the locals are in there. And it is a really, really lovely, friendly pub. Very much like, Emmerdale vibes. But better. Actually, it's better than that. Like, the Willpack's a bit shit, isn't it? But anyway, look, you get the 411. Shout out to Millie's. Thanks again for sponsoring this episode, but we're going to get back into it. Radio live events, and then you do the DJ. Now, I've seen you put on your stories you've got a big gig. Are you allowed to talk about that? Or is
Yeah. I'm going over for the first time, I'm going over to London to play Electric Brixton for 30 Plus Club.
Oh my God.
1,500 people.
Jesus.
Electric Brixton, really, really iconic venue. So yeah, doing some stuff for 30 Plus Club now. Did Nerve Centre in Derry. Going to be doing a couple there. Newry as well. And yeah, this will be the first time that I have went over.
And you're like a
London.
DJ, because there's a lot of people in radio that are like DJs, like me. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, well, I'm me. I'm just starting off.
We're starting off. Yeah.
But see, to be honest, I know what you said. Like, there's so many. Here's the truth about DJing.
Yeah.
And me as a DJ, right? Mm-hmm. There are so many other DJs out there that technically what they can do with the decks and whatever would be so much better than what I am. Like, I can mix and I can do the basic things and I can loop, but it's all, DJing now, it is all mic presence, personality, and just knowing what tunes to play. That is it. See, if you've got good knowledge of tunes and you're like, do you know what would go well with this one? Or they're not really reacting to this one, and knowing where to steer it. Like you do in comedy, you know if there's certain bits that aren't landing, you know where to go. That's all DJing is.
Yeah.
See, all the technical stuff and all the mixing and stuff, don't get me wrong, there's guys that are brilliant at it.
Yeah.
See, 99% of the crowd, and especially the sort of gigs that I do, like 30 Plus Club, they don't give a shit what you're doing.
No.
As long as they're having a good time.
Yeah. That's it.
Did I ever tell you how I blagged my way into radio?
No.
For the first time. There was like an online radio station starting up. Belfast Underground. Did you ever hear of it, Connor?
Yeah. They were across from us.
They were across the street from Q. Yeah. And I remember when it started up, they put a call out saying like, we are just open to like anybody who wants to volunteer do a show on the radio. And it was sort of catered towards DJs. Like people who done like the DJing in Limelight or Thompson's or whatever to promote their nights that they put on.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh my God, I'd love to be on radio. So I put an application in, and they were like, oh my God, this show sounds class. Yeah, 100%. Like, come on and do it. Your slot's on Sunday. It's the opening night of it. Blah blah, right? So everybody was like partying in the wee like radio station, like they had like all carryouts and stuff.
Yeah,
and like
it's a record store too, wasn't it?
It was a record store too.
Yeah.
It was class.
Yeah,
it was
cool
a really
setup.
cool, really brilliant wee space. But they were all like partying and having a good time. It was the launch party.
Yeah,
and then my slot was 8:00, and I was coming on to do it. I had never touched a set of decks in my life before. And I just texted my mate who was a DJ the night before, and I was going, mate, what do I do? Like, when I go down here, I was going, can I like just plug my phone in or whatever? And he's like, no, you can't. Like, you need to do this, that. So I put all my tunes on like 2 like memory sticks.
Yeah.
And I brought them down, and I didn't know where to plug them in.
Oh my God.
And it was decks. It wasn't like a radio setup. It was like DJ setup that was just going.
DJs and a mixer in the middle. Yeah.
And I was like, I plugged them in eventually once I found it. And I was like, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like,
what did you do?
Pressing the button to play, and it wasn't coming through because I wasn't turning it up on the mixer and all. And they were like watching me, and they were going, "Here, man, you need to turn it." I was going, "Oh no, what it is? I have like different ones in the house." and they were going, "They're just CDJ 2000s." I was going, "No, what it is? I have the 3000s, the newer ones." And I just blagged my way through those 2 hours. And then, but they just talked me through it as I done it, and then from then it was like, I knew how to work it.
But you know what? I always say it was similar to me. I remember Primark Home was opening, and then Kathy Martin reached out and she's like, they need a DJ for in store. Can you DJ? I've never DJed in my life, and I was like, yes, Kathy, I can.
You just
sometimes you just got to do it.
You have to wing it.
I said this yesterday. You have to say yes to stuff.
Say yes, 100%.
Say yes to
Throw
stuff, and then figure it out. Everybody has to start somewhere.
Yeah, because think of how many times you sit in the sideline thinking, oh, maybe no, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Or, no, I'll hold off.
And then someone else does
it.
Past, you're right.
Exactly.
You're
Somebody else does
You've got to go for it.
Just back yourself.
Give it a go. Yeah.
You guys are always so good, like Gerry, Connor, Andrew, all of them. Like, because I'm sort of like obviously been doing radio for a few years, but things like DJing and all that sort of thing, I'm only like dipping my toe in. But the three of you are so good. Like they're so nice. They're like, just go for it, Amy. You do that. You do that. Whenever I do stuff, like they're like my wee cheerleaders.
Yeah, because you DJ'd for Fanta. And then you do the beach club as well.
I went to the beach club to watch her
Did
DJ.
you?
First time DJ, and so I went. Me and Julie.
So were you in Thompson?
Yes.
I could never.
First time ever in Thompson.
Where was he at? The cloakroom.
No, he was there.
Have we never showed you the videos of Andrew Ryan in the Telegraph building at the Emerge after party? I'll show you that when we get finished.
Hey, you know, Gerry, I'm a raver. Like.
Really?
Oh, I'm down with it. Like
you're a curly girly. You're ready to go.
Do you know my favourite nightclub, Kremlin?
Oh, Kremlin's brilliant.
Kremlin's a great spot.
Right, yeah, it is. Garth Woods, he DJs in there.
He's one of the residents.
Well, Kremlin's kind of got the rap now. Like it's kind of a bit more mixed, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying it's not. Yeah,
I think because of the student night, but it's still like the OG like gay spot. But the music and its class, it's a great night out.
So good.
Would you be a party animal?
Oh yeah. I stayed out till 5 a.m. 2 years ago.
Did you?
2 years ago.
Haven't recovered.
And what was it for? But
still
I just performed to 9,000 people at the arena.
Yeah.
And me and Julie went out. We were out till 4 a.m. in the National.
Oh,
there's
right.
Private. There's a couple of floors there, isn't there?
The way upstairs,
We stayed out, and then we took ages to get home. We were walking the streets.
Walking the streets.
You know me, like, you know,
I get you.
Wouldn't want to cross paths with me, like.
Yeah. And then, sorry, another thing I wanted to bring up to you, Andrew. Sorry, the charity football match is done there.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was pretty surreal, like playing
That's
football.
isn't it Soccer Aid? What's the thing
Yeah,
over in England?
Soccer Aid,
the big
the one
celebs
that be on
versus-
TV.
yeah,
Do you know I've always wanted to do that? But because Z-listers do it, not you, Andrew, but like you know the one over there, like Jordan and all used to do it in Kerry Katona, and they'd be kitted out in the football kits.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
that'd be so cool, yeah.
No, we did it for Tammy, the mental health charity here, and Shane Todd put a team together, and I was picked and played against like Ryan Giggs,
mental.
stuff, all these players that I would have grown up watching.
They're your idols, like.
Oh yeah, it
That's
was
massive.
It's pretty surreal. It's pretty surreal.
I remember the first one. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Like,
So has this happened before?
Yeah, they've done a couple of them.
Yeah, done a couple.
So like, the first time they done it, I remember, like we were recording a podcast, and it had been announced, but there was no like footballers announced yet,
Right.
and Andrew and Aaron were sitting going, it's not as if they're going to get Yap Stam, like, you know, they're not going to get, and then next thing Yap Stam was announced, and then next thing they were playing against them and all, like,
oh, it's crazy.
so it is amazing that there is that connection now,
Yeah.
and that the scene is able to do things like this.
Massive.
And
Yeah, so it's really it's I don't know, I don't know, like whatever you're into, like were you into any sports?
It would be like the equivalent of like maybe playing against like
Love Island.
Fuck
off.
Like your celeb, like icons, like who would be the biggest? If you could meet like one person and like it wouldn't be playing football against them, but like at something like that, I don't know.
But what would you?
Well, like I'd love to be in like the mix of something like lately, like Gemma Collins.
Yeah, that's
What does Gemma Collins do?
I don't know.
She was on The Only Way is Essex.
The Only Way is Essex. I don't know.
What's her skill set like?
How would you take her on? Gladiators or
Gladiators,
something like that?
Yeah.
do you remember
Or like
50,
The Traitors
or
or something?
50-50, the TV show? I don't know, something. But I've always wanted to do the charity football matches because all the Z-listers back used to do them over in. I wouldn't do the charity.
Well, if
fight
it comes
night,
back
though.
next year, I'll
I
put
would.
your name
And
in.
like, would that not be funny? Imagine me
Because-
trying to kick a ball. Like that'd be a
Yeah.
gig. No.
Yeah, I think it'd be good.
But could you imagine the fucking stands? Fuck it.
No, they wouldn't be doing that.
You wouldn't, because then we'd have all the girlies come out to support you as well.
Really? Because
no, I
football
wouldn't do that.
supporters not a bit like
No,
United,
It's-
Wayne Rooney, Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
No, that's This is a charity.
Is that a stereotype?
Trust me, that's a charity. This is a charity game. Everyone's very friendly, very inclusive.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay, good.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So did you meet most? Off the
I
pitch,
marked Berbatov and tackled Ryan Giggs.
That got mental.
Got chatting to like Jason McAteer, Jermaine Pennant, Jermaine Beckford.
Oh my God.
Who did you tackle to give away the penalty?
Also, Berbatov took a shot at goal and I was standing in front of him and the ball was heading towards my face, so I just put my hand up.
Oh, okay.
And I fell on the floor and then I deliberately rolled around pretending I'd been assaulted, and then the guy in the announcer said, is there any hairdressers that can come on and fix it? So it was really good fun, like.
Yeah, no, it looked unbelievable. And Dara, the DJ, he was there.
Dara was there.
Ryan McMullen.
But that's, I mean, it was such a cool mix of
Ryan McMullen, Paul Hughes, boxers, musicians, actors, Sean McCove, comedians. Then there was UFC fighters. Oh, it was great. Like.
Yeah. No, it did look unbelievable. But like Ryan Giggs, like, but I know all these footballers, but I know them because of their girlfriends. I used to love all the wags.
Yeah.
It's like Natasha Giggs. I don't know if they're still married though.
Ryan,
I do not know.
Was he?
Oh,
was there a mix?
Oh, there was something.
We'll not get into it in case there's libel.
Natasha Giggs was the. Well, maybe now you friends with Ryan Giggs?
No.
Oh, right. Natasha Giggs was this was because Natasha Giggs went in Celebrity Big Brother, but Natasha Giggs was married to Ryan Giggs' brother, and there was like a crossover. Something horrible. Read the news of the world.
Do you know about this?
No, I don't really know about this. I feel like are the wags now like as big as the West? Not really.
They're trying, but they're flopping. Like no, not ever beat that. Colleen,
Rebecca killed that.
Rebecca Vardy. That was iconic. Like.
Posh Beckham.
Posh.
Yeah, but they're all like that
OG.
older generation of wags. Like I don't know. I wouldn't know the wags.
She's the OG, and like, I remember like OK Magazine. They'd done like the big magazine deal. David and Victoria getting married in the purple wedding dress. Will you do that? You think?
Or maybe down south.
OK
Magazine. Maybe sell your wedding to like
get married in a
Tatler or something.
No. Why would anybody be interested?
You in a purple suit with your perm?
Nobody. There'd be no perm for my wedding. I don't think anyone would be interested in my wedding.
And then tell me, is anybody invited, or is it still very much like platonic? Because you know the way you always.
What do you mean?
Well, he always anytime we ever covered. Anytime we ever covered in breakfast with Andrew, he'd be like, no, like God love her. She was like, oh yeah. Oh, like, am I not going to your wedding? He's like, no, like, why would you be at my wedding? Like, we're work colleagues.
We're colleagues, not friends.
We're work colleagues, not friends. That's what he always said.
Yeah, I'm still a work colleague. I'm still trying to work my way into friends.
Connor's coming to the evening.
I get it some days. I have to bring a card with £250 cash in it, or I'm not getting in.
£250 cash per person
for the evening do buffet. Get fucked up.
That's quite small. Like,
no, I get what you mean. Your special day. Why have our colleagues at it?
But if you want to come for the evening,
he's been demoted.
Unbelievable. Going on the stag.
Are you going on the stag? Where's the stag do?
Oh, here, have you
Cork?
Is it? That's kind of
Kind of what?
It's suited to you.
It fits.
Do you know, like, go back where it all began, or do you know?
You did used to say you weren't going to do like a stag and a hen. You were going to do a sten, but you are going to do the sten as well, aren't you?
The sten as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
We done that. We got like flack for that.
Oh, you did that, Sean?
Yeah. We both went to Liverpool and done a sten. Right. We weren't together on the night.
So wait a minute. Whenever you talked about that night in Pop World, was Nicole there?
Yeah.
But why did you get?
Whenever you like got pissed and had to be in bed for 10, so you were in the night. Was Nicole not raging?
Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah. Like, she was with her mates.
Was she all like?
So did you like? Was it like you both started the night together, and did everyone go about the different bars together?
No, it was. We were there 2 nights. First night I was actually playing a gig, so everyone went to the gig.
Oh, that's cool.
Money hungry cunt.
They all claimed those work expenses as well. Do you know what? He probably played a song at his wedding and he claimed the whole wedding as an expense. He got a tax rebate. He set up a GoFundMe for his fucking wedding.
The gig is up.
The child isn't even his.
It was all Arts Council funded.
Yes.
So the second night we went and done our own things, our own meals, went to different bars. We all were, the plan was to all meet up in Pop World, but then we had our like separate tables and stuff for different ends of the club and all.
Right, I got you.
But and then it didn't matter anyway because I was in bed for fucking 10 o'clock.
You overdone it. God, we quit there.
But class. Cork then for the stag.
2 nights,
yeah. But I think that's very nice because it's nearly like, it's more like instead of doing something else, it's doing like, you know, your home area. Are you doing like there? Like where you're from?
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing it. I'm doing it in Cork City.
Cork City, right, okay.
So basically, you know, the reason we chose Cork as number one. Quite a few of my friends in Cork have just had babies, so they can't really go away.
Fair.
Quite a few of them don't drink.
Yeah.
And also, as well as the comedians, you know, I didn't want to take them away for 3 or 4 days because they lose work. So I thought people can come for one night or two, or they can come in. So if some people coming on the first night, some people coming on the second night, some people coming for all two.
Yeah.
So it's all like Connor's only he's only been invited to one. So.
Right.
You're raging that Connor's only going to one.
Well, that makes sense.
He's raging.
And is there activities planned?
No
or
activities. We'll go to a football match.
A football match.
Andrew wants to control the whole
WhatsApp
stuff.
there's a WhatsApp group that he's not in.
And he's not in, right. And is there anything planned?
Yeah.
You can, great.
Yeah.
I've actually gave the guy organising it, I said, if you plan this in a way that doesn't make me look like a dick, I'll pay for your hotel room the night of my wedding.
Andrew has to be in control.
Keep an eye on Cork Live over that weekend.
There's a rumour that I'm going to be dressed up as an Orange Order man.
Really?
Is that true?
Stop.
I can either confirm or deny.
I think it would be funnier. Imagine him dressed actually as Annie. With like, what's them dogs called? Like Beethoven.
Yeah.
Do you know? Imagine one of them dogs, or a St Bernard.
Or
a St Bernard. What?
That's your favourite dog too.
St Bernard's my favourite dog.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just imagine the wee perm and the wee dress. The
perm will be gone by the time I do the stag.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be gone about 2-3 weeks.
I think
it won't be gone in 3 weeks.
I think you need to keep it.
Sean, what do you think?
And if you never heard this thing, never change your hair too quick before coming up to your wedding. So if this is what we're having now, we're getting used to this. You can't go complete.
Yeah, because then you'll be like, oh.
You can't go different now.
I think it makes it stand out a bit more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So you still don't know. You still haven't told me whether you like it or not.
I like it.
Okay.
The thing is, you're going to look back in your wedding photographs for the rest of your life. So why don't you,
have
keep
hair
the perm
down
for it? And you'd be like, do you remember I had that?
No. That's the complete opposite of what you're trying to do. You're trying to manipulate. Amy, if Jay came home with a perm. But imagine if he did. Imagine if Jay had long enough hair and he went away and he came back with a perm.
He does have long hair, but he has extremely thick hair. I can't imagine it.
But what would you say to him?
At all. I would say, that doesn't suit you, cut that off.
Would you say to him?
Of course.
Are you that blunt with him? Like,
well, you need to know.
And what would think of that? Do you think is it okay? Like, if it's your significant other, you can be like no, like that's not nice.
Yeah. If I came home with something that I really didn't like, well, one, I would ask him. Like, if you've asked for the opinion, I would be like, is this really bad? And if it was really bad, I'd want him to say, like, I really don't like it.
Can I ask a question to all three of you? Gerry, have you ever told a partner of yours, I'm not asking you relationship status, but have you ever gone to them and said, I don't like something about your appearance, whether it be clothing, haircut? Have you ever
Yeah, I've done that with the shoes.
You said what?
About shoes. That has a pair of Nike Air Max that I'm not a fan of. And I just was a bit more like, we were going to the Ivy, I think, for dinner. I was like, really, girl?
Yeah.
And what was the reaction?
And then he's like, what's wrong with him? And then he nearly confronted, I just nearly made a indirect, ooh. Like an inner thought came out, and then he clocked it and was like, "Why? What's wrong with the trainers?" And then I can't lie.
Did you find them a bit smicky? Have you got a bit of a nick?
Yeah,
for that sort of thing?
we've talked on here. I do enjoy the occasional bit of smick dick. Like, I want to be going around the balls. So it's a thing, yeah.
What? Like the bad boy, like it's a wee bit of danger,
So kind of like troublemaker, like Kevy 4X.
Like not.
Do you not? Oh, don't get it twisted.
You're going to get a song made about you.
Yeah,
Can I ask you, what do you mean, smick dick?
It's just a thing.
Like, it's just
Did you ever watch Power? Do you remember Ghost?
Oh my god, yes. I loved that. Yeah.
When I always look at you, you're like, you keep it, like, girl, I'm not gay.
I know you're like one reassurance.
I'm always looking for reassurance.
No, I know what you mean. It's just like that bad boy thing.
Yeah.
Not too squeaky clean, like a little bit of edge to
a bit of rug.
Not that like
JD
Jay
sports
is that.
spec.
Yeah, Jay couldn't be further from
shooting chewing gum, staring you out. You're like, oh my god, like, why is he looking at me? But also, do you know what I mean?
Car meetups.
Yeah.
Not that.
He's going to ruin my life. What, car meetups?
Not the car meetups.
100%. I'm in the back seat doing donuts.
Oh
yes,
no,
Papa, give her Dixie.
Going through McDonald's drive-thru.
When it comes rocking, don't come knocking.
Oh my god. I know, but you know what I think? I've seen the other side of that, like the country boy side of that. I remember I wasn't with Jay very long, and like obviously my boyfriend's from the country, and I got into his car and he got into the field near him. He's going to kill me for telling this story. And he just started to do donuts, and I was like, what the hell do I do? And I was just sitting in the car like this. What do I do in the car? And he was just like spinning, doing donuts. And he still does it sometimes. And I'm like, please don't do this.
Oh no, like
I think he does it to annoy me now.
I love it. I'm like, wee! Like one of my goals is to get fingered in a waltzer. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm one of them.
Oh my god,
do you know what I mean? Like I'm like tongue piercing, like.
Do you want to come on my stag?
In Cork?
We're going to the Waltzers. Amy, have you ever told Jay to change his clothes?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be as serious as you were saying, Gerry. I would be a bit more like, I would just be like, I don't really like those now, and then just it's lighthearted. It's not serious.
You let it be known, but you're not. Like, I wouldn't be like, you need to change it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? What do you think?
I've never what I do. Well, what I've had done to me, like Julie said to me one day, I got dressed and I had these like green slacks on with trainers, and I had like a blue shirt. And she just like, I have no interest in fashion, right? So like, I don't care, right? I just wear what I wear, I don't really care. And I said to her, right, you ready? And she went, oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's an interesting colour match up there. And I went, yeah, I thought I'd wear the blue shirt with the green trousers. Do you know that green is so striking, but I think, it would be better if you wore like a black shirt. And I went, you serious? She goes, yeah, it'd be much better, right?
So nice.
Right. So then we go out to the pub, and then we have about 4 pints in, and then she turns to me, what were you fucking thinking? The minute she gets the 4 drinks in, what were you fucking thinking? And I go,
hang on a second. Are they the green slacks you then come in and give to me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
He come in and he goes, I've worn these once, and I think you'd be better suited.
Yes.
Stop it.
Julie said she didn't want him in the house anymore.
Yeah, they don't fit me. The waist size is about too big. But
stop it. But I think is that a thing? Was it?
Connor like
Sean.
the little ones in there every so often.
Charlie fight night. She and Todd needs to get this organised. Oh my God.
Well, they've done it once before.
You done it? Did you fight each other?
Yeah.
Who won?
Yeah.
Connor, I'll let Connor win.
We both
charity won.
Connor won. Let's not be.
It's a very radio response.
Charity won.
But like, see, you get your fucking head knocked off. Like,
would you ever do a charity?
Would you ever do it?
Absolutely not.
No, I
wouldn't
either.
Trillion year. You literally.
No, I don't know.
I think
Gerry, you'd have a streak.
Gerry, you'd have a streak.
I'd be more like a cat fighter, like
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't even be good at that.
But then I could be quick.
Yeah.
Like that. I could be Cobra. Is that the gay punch?
Put him out.
Well, for that, you need a little bit of
Aye.
viciousness, and that's what's going
I
to
think I'd be a dirty bitch, but I don't have like the upper body strength.
If you were fighting someone, I think you'd bring in their dad's issues and stuff like
I'd
that.
go.
You're like, come on, you little fuck, your dad never held you.
Psychological fight.
My goal would be to psych them out before we even have to start.
Yeah.
Like I have like an acidic tongue if it gets going.
Oh, like the day before.
As we've already established.
Long tongue, or what was it?
Extra long tongue. No, stop.
You'd be fine. We're like, why are you licking me?
I'm like, you're like Chris in the ring. You're the girl in the ring.
Instead, who was it that friggin' bit somebody's ear off? You just licked their ear.
Mike Tyson, was it?
Yeah.
Instead of biting.
Didn't he bite an ear off?
And I never see the clip recently of Chris Eubank, and he's like watching back the fight of his son.
A son, yes.
And he's going, lick him up, lick him up, lick him. And then Gerry starts doing it, and he's like, no, not like that.
Stop it. But right, guys, I thought it would be cool if we could do like a wee like mini radio-y kind of thing. So we're going to do the two. Would you say they're the most popular segments, or
yeah, they've probably been
because I think these are really good segments in your show. If anybody does listen to Q Radio,
Amy's answers,
really Amy's answers is great.
We don't do a lot of features, but the ones that we do stuck.
Right? Yeah. I love the percentage one.
The percentage thingy thing.
Right,
the percentage thingy thing.
The percentage thingy thing.
Okay, right. So we're going to pretend then we're on radio then. So this is proper, like we are like on radio. So will I be like, what's my role? I'm just like here.
You're GNV.
I'm or like the radio.
So do you want me to do a percentage thingy thing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you want one that's a little bit more unfiltered since we're on the podcast?
We're not on the radio. We're past the watershed.
All right. 80% of us think that this is as bad as sleeping with another person in a relationship.
Yeah. I know.
It's as bad.
As bad.
Having improper thoughts about a work colleague.
Andrew says that every day.
That's as guilty as cheating, emotional cheating.
I agree.
Having the improper thoughts.
Yeah, so if you're having sex with a partner, a work colleague, but if you're not having sex with him and you're thinking about having sex with him, that's still as bad as having sex with him.
So the thought behind it, I'm going to say, is it 80%, did you say?
80%, yeah.
People think it's worse. Right.
They think it's as bad.
As bad.
Is it watching porn?
Oh, good one.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's not watching porn.
I was going to say liking someone's photo, but no one's going to say that.
I was going to say that because I think people are very overreactive about that.
Liking someone's photo? Jeez.
Liking someone, what do I think about liking someone's photo?
It's very mixed. A lot of people are very
putting location tracker on their phone.
I think that's mental.
If anyone did that to me, fuck me.
Yeah. Some people have Snap Maps on and Find My iPhone, and it's mental.
Where were you last
What do you think,
night?
Gerry? Any guesses?
So I would say 80%. I think following like somebody on Instagram or liking a photo, that type of thing.
Do you think that's as bad?
No, I'm
80% of people do.
80%. Truthfully, I know.
No. Good guess, though. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
Yes.
80% of us think that this is as bad as sleeping with another person in a relationship. It is sexting.
Oh, I was actually going to say that too. Yeah, that is as bad.
Well, I was kind of right there with the improper thoughts, wasn't I?
Yeah.
No. There's improper thoughts, and then there's like
there's thoughts.
I want to ride you.
What about
thinking it and then actually
that is as bad?
Is sexting cheating?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
100%.
Gays are so like we're
Stop.
so bottoms up. I think gay world's different. We're just a bit more liberal. Do you know? No?
No.
Oh fuck! I feel like I'm.
No. But this is genuinely. I'm interested.
Oh, really? Right.
So if your partner was sexting somebody else,
break up with them straight away.
Sorry. So if it,
you need to think about it.
No, sorry, I didn't think of that part. Sorry. That's actually like you're actually like acting in something. No, that's different. That is cheating. That is cheating. But I mean, like, if you thought somebody was like fit or whatever,
but
like
the
whatever,
sexting is telling them and being sexy with them.
There's an exchange, you're like an intimate exchange. No, because I think you should only be doing that with your partner.
Yeah, 80%. I find is low.
Who's the other 20%?
Who's the 20%?
There's 5 of us in this room.
The 20%. So one of us is sexting somebody right now.
No, it's not
Gerry.
that. No,
Really?
but what they're saying is
Likely.
what they're saying is it's not as bad. So maybe it's still bad, but it's not the level. Right, yeah. So like sleeping with someone is the worst, and then maybe sexting.
No, they're saying it's just as bad.
They think it's as, so they're basically 80% of people are saying that sexting is as bad as sleeping with somebody. So there is 20% there that are saying sexting isn't as bad.
I actually, in some ways, think it's a bit worse because it's like they've really gone like not that. Maybe if you sleep with someone, it might be like, oh, I'm really drunk and whoops, I'm already in the way of it. But if you're sexting,
I'm already in the way of it.
You know what I mean? It's done or whatever.
Oops, I just fucked somebody. Yeah.
Well, not.
I was just going to the toilet and I was in it.
Slipped in or whatever. But if you're texting somebody, you're sitting in your room or whatever, just like sitting texting away. You're so much better.
More calculated.
It's premeditated, right?
Yeah. With a wee box of tissues at the side, and you're really getting off on this. Meanwhile, like maybe like your significant other's texting you saying like what's for dinner.
And it's also had to lead up to that. It's also if you don't just sex someone random, whereas like if you're sleeping with someone, it could all just escalate. Whereas sexting, it would have to be a big lead up.
It's all fun and games until you get the text mixed up, isn't it?
Well, have you ever sexted before, like your partners or whatever? Is sexting a thing anymore? I think people are so digital footprint conscious these days.
Is it a younger thing?
Maybe if you're in a long distance. I'd say maybe you would have been a long distance.
What's long distance like? Belfast to Newry or?
No,
more like America or something like that.
Those relationships. I was in a long distance relationship. Doesn't work.
No,
doesn't work.
Yeah, like what, sexting or long distance?
No, the whole long distance thing.
Really? Well, you're maybe need a.
I can't see you sexting.
No, Andrew wouldn't be.
Can you
imagine? I'm in a long distance relationship.
Yeah,
it works. I love it.
Imagine me.
Telephone sex. Imagine him doing.
Is the kitchen clean? Is it? Did you do the washing? Did you?
Stop. Get the thought out of my head.
What's your home insurance per year? You big dirty spoon.
It's too much.
Stop. And then have you ever done it?
Like, say,
married? You're married because you're married.
No, I'm not married.
You're not married.
I'm getting
married as well.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. I think it's more a young thing.
All the messages are sexier at the start, but like not sitting full.
Can't wait to see you, babe.
Aye, but I always find funny. At the start or maybe the first year of a relationship, and it's so like, I'm an Ann Summers. Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, I'm not going to lie, like, I'm going on holidays here. I'm like, fuck me. Like, do I have to fucking shave my hole? Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, but it is.
Can I not just have a hairy bush?
But that is so,
do you know what I mean?
At the start,
like, I'm going into my waxing salon. I'm like, fuck me. Like, honestly, I can't be fucked. But anyway, like.
Well, at least you're fully going into the salon. Like, you're talking
pussy tight, pussy clean, pussy fresh.
Look at that. They are so uncomfortable. That was so funny.
But you know when you get out of the honeymoon phase.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now it's like, can't wait to see you tonight. And like, now it's more like, have you got dinner in or what?
Aye.
You know what I mean? It's all very like, what are you doing tonight? What time are you back at? Where are you going? We got to do this. How's the cat? How's the kids?
Fuck's sake. I thought that would be quite good about a long distance because you're.
Well, long distance is always exciting because it's always it feels like quality time. You're excited to see them and stuff. But the honeymoon phase, I think, does fizzle out. But then it's funny, whenever you're trying to get the spice back. No.
Why? What are you doing to get this?
When you're like, oh, like let's book an Airbnb.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
An Airbnb
And like,
I don't know. Hotel. Everything that happens in a hotel is
it's
corrupt.
all about. Oh no, that's where you're going wrong. It's all about the glamping.
Oh, there'll be like a glamping pod or like
a star.
Oh yeah, the rabbit.
Yeah,
good place to hide a body.
Huh?
Where?
Sorry, that was an improv. That was just a toss that came out there.
What?
He always takes it there. He always takes it there.
You never. This is what women use. Don't know where it's going.
You never know. Where's that next button?
Segment dead.
So we've got that. Right, we've got that one. That was actually a really good one. I love that one. So what about then Amy's dilemmas?
Okay, yeah.
Right. So
Amy's
have you got one for us?
I've got one ready for you guys.
So it's kind of similar, I suppose. Not is it similar? What way? Like a dating dilemma, isn't it?
Sometimes it's dating dilemma. Sometimes it's like a friendship
geez,
one.
get a mix. Yeah,
last
right.
week we did like
Okay.
the kid-friendly
So
one.
we're not like infringing on any copyright.
No, you mean with the Pop My Cherry podcast? Yeah. No, we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
because
I think
you
today,
do
Sean.
dilemmas.
I do dating dilemmas. No, it's okay.
Oh well,
I don't think we invented it. No, this
one. It's sort of dating.
And it's called Amy's Answers, isn't it?
It's called Amy's Answers.
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Right. So
Sarah?
It's always Sarah. Sarah's always the gal.
The code name?
Yes.
Okay.
So I live with my best mate and her boyfriend's been practically living with us. She's obsessed with him, but I cannot stand the guy. He walks around shirtless, leaves the bathroom door open, and once, I swear on my life, and I came home early and caught him in my room sniffing my knickers.
What?
I froze, he panicked and made up some pathetic excuse about looking for the Wi-Fi code. I haven't told my friend. She loves him, but I can't relax now in my own house and I'm freaked out all the time. What do I do? Do I tell her boyfriend's a full-on creep and risk ruining our friendship, or do I keep my mouth shut?
No.
Keep my pants locked away?
Oh my God, you tell it. You tell your friend. Oh, come on.
Yeah, you gotta.
Oh, straight up. Like, you fucking freak. Like,
But
This
what?
is- This is what I would do. I would wait until the boyfriend is in the house with your friend, and then when they're in the kitchen, walk in and tell your friend in front of him that he was, and do it as so you get his live reaction.
Wow.
yeah.
I would confront them.
I agree with that. Like, I'm not being funny. Like,
And you say to your friend, say, I'm really sorry, I don't feel safe or comfortable in this house with your boyfriend. I'm handing in my notice and I'm leaving, but have your exit strategy planned beforehand. And what'll happen then is your friend will sit there, will be confronted by the truth, you know, if the boyfriend, the girl will probably say that she's freaking out, that she'll be gaslit and all that, right? What you do then is have your exit strategy ready to go. Don't do it until you have your plan ready, because you might have to leave the house that night and suck it up and pay a month's rent in advance and get out of there. And you say, well, I can't just do that. I go, well, I always say people need to have 3 months' money. You should always have 3 months' money in the bank. If things go
But
wrong.
what if she can't leave and then she's thinking this is unfair?
Well, then let him
because this has
sniff
happened
the
to her
knickers.
and
Then,
she's the
like,
one
I
having
don't
to
know, sell him the knickers. Like, make money off.
why
it,
you
like.
make well, no. I would I think I'd go more, because I just think that's so fucking weird. I'd be more like, do you know what? Maybe I'd nearly go even harder. I would like to make sure that the two of them are together. Maybe they're having like a dinner, and I'd walk into the kitchen and I'd be like, here, why the fuck were you smelling my pants?
Oh my God, no.
Do you know, and really
no.
like make him feel really fucking small.
No,
like,
what about
is that not a
that?
bit fucking weird? Like, do you know? Like, I literally, where do you hear this, Sarah
no.
or Lucy or whatever her name was? Where do you hear this? I'm coming walking up the stairs, mind my own business, right? And your fucking weirdo of a boyfriend is fucking standing balls deep, sniffing my pants in my top drawer. Like, what the fuck?
I do love the bluntness.
And you know, and just be like, anyway, anybody want anything from the fridge? And just walk
But then
out.
what about your
and
friendship?
here the
What
way,
about your
like,
friendship with the girl?
Here's the Wi-Fi code.
Fuck. No. Oh, why? And then, oh, why?
There's the
a good way to
there's
do
the
it.
Wi-Fi
Unseen.
code.
Yeah,
No, I'm not
no.
being funny, no.
Get the Wi-Fi code stitched into your knickers, and then go like, here, there you go.
But like nearly, sometimes this is, I think, not, like, I think just in life, I think you have to go even bigger and swing harder. Like, don't let people, you know, why would she then be uncomfortable for the expense of
I
not
just
making
worry
her
about
friend comfortable?
I completely get it. I think go on
She didn't
all
do
in on
anything.
him, but I would worry about the friend, because you all know those people who, like, if you say something to your
right.
friend, she might fall out with you forever, and you don't want to.
That's on her. That's on her and her
I
judgment.
suppose that's true.
At the end of the day, that's yeah.
That's it. I love it. I love their strategy. I love it.
I think you just need to
What
get
I
him.
would-
in the headlights and
What
just,
I would do is I do what Gerry. I think Gerry's idea is good. Confront him, but also don't confront him on your own. Bring a couple of other friends with you. So if he reacts
But then
badly,
are you
there's
not
other
embarrassed
ways.
in your friend as well?
See, I
Tough
think
shit.
I'm all
You
big
don't want to
mouth.
embarrass your friend.
Tough shit. She got to hear it, girl. The girl's got to hear it.
Yeah, she does.
Would you not bring the
Or
friend
you pull-
aside?
you maybe pull
on
her to the side.
own and
Yeah,
be like,
well,
listen, this has happened.
I would try and gather more evidence as well.
How much more evidence do you need, man?
Yes, because I would second guess myself that maybe he wasn't.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't that. Yeah. I would set up a wee camera in the teddy bear that catch him sniffing the knickers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then go. Just want to watch a movie. Then stick it on.
Like Love Island movie night.
No, guys. Sneaky fox. Why is no one pulling the friend aside and being like, "This is what's happened"?
Yeah, but then think of it. Not even necessarily this one.
You don't want to give him a chance.
Think of any situation you've ever been in where you've had to be the honest friend and tell your friend something like, "Here, I'm just giving you a heads up." The friend never listens to you.
True.
They never listen.
And I have lost, not lost friendships, but friendships that maybe went certain ways in them types of settings that can.
But unfortunately, your friend has to see that themselves, and you can't teach that to them.
You can't.
Sometimes people have to go to the bottom of the barrel for them to get back up again.
Yeah. That was a really good one. Did you ever? Are they all mainly PG on radio then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have to sort of be PG. Yeah. We can insinuate things, but they're never too.
Well, they weren't. They were crazy in the live show.
Yeah.
And then you do the swing the cat at the end. I love it, where the music goes.
Yeah. We did that in Uri with something a little bit different in plan for Gerry.
Okay.
And then Uri's the 5th of September, so it will be more. Every show is going to be different because the content's going to be different on every show, but it'll be more along the lines probably of the Devonish type show, bigger room, Canal Court, big night, 5th September, and who knows? Listen, we might do something in Skillen, maybe.
Yeah,
who knows? We might take it on tour.
Well, it's gauging a lot of interest, it seems.
Yeah, it's doing well. Look, it's a lot of fun. It's a new thing, so it's trial and error as well. But so far, so good.
So far, so good. Right, and then we're going to leave a link in the description section, guys. Q Radio Breakfast. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thank you for having
us. Fun crossover. Hopefully, nobody in management's been like, "This should never have happened."
Okay.
Sorry.
When radio meets the podcasting world. But look, I'm going to leave in the description section. You'll find all the guys' social handles, and then we'll have a link to the upcoming show, which is in Newry in the Canal Court. What date is it again?
5th.
The 5th of September. So plenty of time.
Friday night.
You know, if you've no plans on the 5th of September, make sure to go and check that out. It is Q Radio Live and Unfiltered. And I'll leave all your social links and stuff as well. Anything else? Anything you want to plug or?
We're good.
No, all good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come to the live show. Thank you.
Did you just have fun?
Loads of fun.
I love this wee pod, and I love you and Sean as we do. I was saying.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah.
Do you know Sean got evicted from his last house because he was sniffing his housemate's knickers?
Stop it, guys. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. That's how you keep up to date with any upcoming episodes for this month. And shout out again to the Balmoral Hotel for sponsoring this episode. But in the meantime, have a great day.